So you're thinking about joining a DFS platform. You don't know which one to choose. You don't even know how to play. You're like, do I need to set my lineups? Is there a waiver wire? How does it work? In this episode, we're going to walk through the basics of how to use Underdog Fantasy and hopefully help you win some money. We believe every NBA fan that plays fantasy football should also play fantasy basketball. So here we are on Underdog Fantasy. I love this site. I don't play as much as I should. And if you want to test it out, all you have to do is use the promo code GAMEPICK. That's GAMEPICK, and you'll get a $100 deposit match. So we're going to go ahead and just take a look and poke around. There are a couple of different places that you can make your plays. You can make your plays here in the pick'em section, which is where I spend a lot of time. Basically, it's like you pick if the player is going to perform higher or lower than what they have listed here. For example, Kyrie Irving is playing tonight. They're saying, will he score more or less or higher or lower than 25.5 points? For rebounds, it's 4.5 rebounds and so on. So you could just kind of scroll down, look at the players that you like. One thing that I want to point out that's really, really powerful is that you can actually make plays on more than basketball and football. You can make plays on hockey. You can even make plays on esports, which is huge. So the big thing I want to point out to you guys is when you're going to make a play, there are a couple of things that I recommend, right? And again, I'm going to just give a disclaimer. I am not the most prolific daily fantasy sports player, but I understand the basics, and I think if I played more, I'd make a lot more money. It's just not a thing for me to blow hundreds of thousands of dollars and risk losing it. I have 2 kids, right? Like, this is not my jam all the way, but I do like the act of playing, right? So I'd make smaller bets just so I could have some skin in the game and I can stay up to date in terms of what's relevant for fantasy, because here we love all fantasy. So I have about $600 to play with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a look and see if I can find some value. And that's the biggest thing here, right? Some people, when they play daily fantasy, for example, the higher on Luka, let me do the lower on Kyrie, and then I'm going to do the higher on Kuzma. And then they'll make the bet. And honestly, there are a couple of things that are quite nuanced in terms of how to play. And this is stuff that I've learned just observing what's happening on the internet, but also some of my partnerships. Like I have a partnership with Underdog. I've also worked with some other DFS platforms, and I've learned a little bit. So one thing that most of the industry experts in this field would recommend is that when you're making plays on Underdog specifically, you want to do 3 pick entries. Some people are doing 2 pick entries. It's like if I removed Kyle Kuzma, I just went with 2 picks here. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is do 3 picks. And this is very important, guys. Write this down. 3 pick entries with no insurance. That is one of the most popular plays and honestly, one of the most optimal plays. That's where I've seen some mild success, but also I watch and see tons of people in the daily fantasy community winning with that. So then you pick the amount that you want to bet. If you want to do, if you want to do a $25 bet, they do a 6-time payout. So you get paid 6 times what you put up. So it's a really profitable space. Again, 3 picks, uninsured. Now, let's say you want to get a little more exciting than that, right? You want to do, you want to make more. So if you wanted to do 4 plays, right? 4 plays, then you could go like Jordan Poole here. So now what I think would be best for 4 picks, I want to say it's with insurance. So I think that's the play there. I think it's with insurance. I'm pretty sure. And then if you want to go 5, let's say we want to add 1 to it, then 5, you can choose, do you want insured or uninsured? It really doesn't matter. Really what you're looking for is the best possible odds to win. So you could go off the top of your head and do it. One thing that I use is some of the fantasy basketball platforms that give stats and statistics, because I play a lot of NBA. But what I've seen is with Underdog specifically, I've watched more people have success with betting outside of just NFL and NBA, specifically with NFL, because NFL is the big, the big sport, right? But it's only, on Sundays, really. We have Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, but Sunday is the big day. So these companies who are doing, daily fantasy like Underdog and Prize Picks, they are watching, those numbers and those lines and those statistics like a hawk with a telescope, with binoculars, to make sure there are no discrepancies. So how can we make money on Underdog? How we make money on Underdog is really finding those discrepancies. So this play right here, I'm not going to make this play because I was just picking those randomly, and I would likely lose those bets, those plays, I should say, because this is daily fantasy. I would lose those plays because I wasn't really doing any research. So what I want to do is I want to pull up a actual resource that'll help you find those discrepancies and hopefully help you win some cash. This episode was presented to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to play fantasy sports, including best ball, daily drafts, and pick'em. Start drafting in minutes for a shot at big cash and an enhanced game watching experience. Did I mention that Kevin Durant and Mark Cuban invested in Underdog? Once I heard about those cosigns, I had to spread the news. Sign up today and use the promo code GAMEPICK, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. It's like getting free money. Don't miss out on your chance to double up from the jump. To sign up, download the Underdog Fantasy app on Android or iOS. So here we are on OddsJam. This is a tool that'll help you kind of figure out what's happening across the entire market. So when we're looking for discrepancies, really what we're looking for are different sites having different reads on what's happening with each play. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, let's say Underdog has points for Nurkic at 11.5 for I believe that's his rebounds and assists, right? So 11.5 for rebounds and assists. But if you look over here, FanDuel has it at 12.5. So there's a slight discrepancy there. So what we're using right now is the Fantasy Optimizer, right? So on the Fantasy Optimizer, I have it set for NBA. So as you can see here, it's pretty easy to read, right? These things in green mean that it's most likely you want to bet on these guys. Yellow is like, maybe, and then everything else is red. Just a disclaimer, a news flash. There's always going to be more red than green and yellow. There is always going to be more red than green and yellow. But here's the trick. So I'm an NBA guy, so I typically bet on NBA. But what I've seen is when I go to this little section here, because I'm already an Underdog, right? But when I go to this section to pick the leagues, just go to select all, apply. And what that does, it opens up more opportunities. So now there are more, chances for us to win. So now I have 6 green plays, right? 6 green plays. As you can see here, it looks like these are some esports games. So the CS2 League is an esports thing, right? So it looks like I have a few NBA plays. I have Nurkic, I have Mobley, and that's it really. That's it in terms of NBA. I could play around with Luka, but I'm trying to win the bet. I'm trying to win the play. I am trying to win the play. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take this information over to Underdog, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can build a couple of different plays involving these 6 different lines. So let's check it out. So we're back on Underdog. Let's go ahead and look up Nurkic and go ahead and make that play on Nurkic. So Nurkic here, we said that we were going to do the over on his rebounds and assists line. So rebounds and assists, boom, boom, boom. We were going to go actually higher. And that's one thing. With daily fantasy, they don't use the terms over and under. They use the terms higher and lower. So we're going to go higher here. The next play we're looking for is Evan Mobley. So let's go ahead and search Mobley. Let's go ahead and search Mobley, M-O-B. It's the M-O-B, Mobley tree. Rebound and assist. We're going to go higher on the rebound and assist line for Mobley. Now we're cooking. And remember, we're going to do three line play here, or three different plays in this little parlay, right? So let's go ahead and cook it up. So the third one, let's take a look. Let's go ahead and go with my man Bajmi Thunderflash. Bajmi. So I'm going to search Bajmi. Let's see if he comes up. The B-A-J, Bajmi. B-A-J. And again, I am not familiar with Bajmi. But look, he popped up. This is a thing, people. This is a thing, right? And if you guys want to, let me know in the comments if you want me to do a follow-up with the results of this. Please let me know in the comments. If I get one or two people that are like, yeah, I want to see, I might shoot a short or something just to let you see what happened. So back to Bajmi. Bajmi was a higher than first two maps kills, which I don't know what that means. First two maps kills. So that's higher, right? Yep. So we're going to go higher there. Cool. So that's our first play. So again, I like to, I don't want to blow all of my stash because I can't make videos. If I don't have money to work with here, my wife is going to be like, what, you want to would you have a gambling problem? Like, no. I'm playing daily fantasy. Like, yeah. All right, Robin. Sure. So for me, I'm going to just go, let's go with 10. Let's go with 10. Now, here we go. I'm sorry. We're going to go with shish kebabs. We'll go $10, right? So if we win, we get $60, right? If we win, we get $60. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Yes, I confirm. Boom, boom, boom. And we got our first play in. Now, we are not done. We're not going to share our picks right now. We are not done. So let's go back and take a look. We're going to mix and match these joints. So we didn't play refresh. We didn't play Dimho. So let's go ahead and do a bigger play now. So we're going to play Bajmi again. Then we're going to do Demho. How do you spell that? D-E-M-H-O. D-E-M-H-O. Demho. That is a cool name. And Demho was a higher or an over here on first, second map kills. So higher here. Oh, your current selections cannot be submitted. Please select multiple teams. No, I'm going to select another team. Chill. You good. I got you. So the next one is refresh. Let's go ahead and do refresh. They wilding. They like, yo, they don't want to give me the money. R-E-F-R-E, refresh. So what they're saying for refresh is we're going to do higher on first two map kills. Higher on first two map kills. Oh, so they really won't let me do my man Bajmi. I need to get rid of one. Okay, no problem. So we'll get rid of Bajmi. All right, and let's do two more. So let's go ahead and do, it looks like we have Crazy N. There he goes. Look at that. Man, this is fun. About to make some money. First, under on the first two map kills or lower. Boom. And now we're going to go all the way. We're going to go 5. Did I say 5? Yeah, we're going to do 5. We're going to do 5. 5. Maybe we'll do insurance. So now let's go back to basketball. And what were my plays on basketball? I had Evan Mobley and Nurkic were my only 2 plays on basketball. So let's go ahead. We got it. This is an NBA channel, so we got to keep it true to basketball. We got to keep it true to the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't stray too far from home. You know what I'm saying? So let me just pull them up like this. Nurk, and Nurk was, just a reminder, Nurkic was higher on rebounds and assists. And then for Mobley, man, we are cooking with hot grease up in here. We are not playing. I might just do a $20 bet on this one. Man, I wish this was a live stream. I would ask you because I'm feeling really good about this one. I'm feeling very good. We're doing higher on rebounds and assists. Oh, baby. Okay. So if we get 5 correct, this is with no insurance, we get $200. If we do 5 correct, we get $100 if we insure it. So I'm gonna just insure this one just because I don't want to be too silly. But I think we're gonna up this. We're gonna go 15. We go 15. Yeah, we're gonna do $15 here. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. So let's submit that. Cool. So if we win that one, I think we get $300. Now do me a favor, check out the next episode.